Whoa, look at my first real life video without any video games. Today we are doing assumptions about my country, South Africa. Now, a bunch of you, actually nobody, but we'll go with it. A bunch of you didn't believe me when I said I'm actually from South Africa in my Oxygen Not Included video. I am actually from South Africa, surprisingly enough, if you don't believe me. But so today we are going to do assumptions about my country, and I'll try to explain as much as I can and talk a bit about my country myself. We all live in huts. F***ing nice hut. Everyone owns a pet antelope, lion, insert Savannah-dwelling animal. Look at my lion. Check it, he can roar, check this. Africa is lacking advanced technology. They have a photo of MTN and hut right there. Right, so we do not lack technology, lads. The thing is, we're a country that's very poor, mostly, and that's why people think we lack technology, is because we cannot buy technology. We have technology, believe me, we have technology. Like, seriously, I mean, I'm recording this with my phone sellotaped to my monitor because I don't want to buy a camera right now, but it's not bad. Africa is always at war and plagued by poverty. South Africa, I'm on the streets. I have nothing. Please save me. No, I'm kidding. This is actually a serious problem. I don't want to joke about this. We have a shit ton of poverty. So I'm not going to joke further about this, but we seriously have a big problem with poverty. So donate to, I don't know, orphanages or something, because I'm serious, we have a problem with poverty. Top 20 silly questions that foreigners ask South Africans. Do you own a gun? What type of person do you think we are? Do you ride around on elephants? Yes, I have this one elephant, he's my buddy, he's called Dumbo, the other one is Molo, and also Peter. Can you see Kilimanjaro from your house?
Oh, yeah, it's morning and I can just see the beautiful Kilimanjaro.
How does it feel to wear clothes? What clothes? Do you speak African? Yes, we have 11 official languages in South Africa. I believe it's 11. Maybe more, sorry, South Africa, if I offend me. So we have 11 official languages, and one of the languages in Africa is Africa. Did you have a slave in South Africa? Holy shit. What is wrong with these questions? No, I do not have a slave in South Africa. There are no slaves in Africa. But you don't have a South African accent. Wonderful. Okay, look, people... This is funny for me because I'm from South Africa and I have sort of English accent / American, or just everything divided into each other, because I don't want to sound like this.
You will make it right, or the next missile I send you will come very much faster.
Yes, most South Africans sound like that, but I personally hate the sound of it, so I changed my accent to adapt to something I believe is better. Are you black? Yes. 12 stereotypes every South African hates. Wild animals roam freely throughout the country. This is personally funny as hell for me, because people believe this. They believe there are fucking elephants or some lions or something roaming around on the streets. Oh, never mind. There's a wild pigeon, guys. Animals are everywhere. There's wild pigeons out there. It's scary. Afrikaners all live on farms and wear khaki clothes. Sadly, this is mostly true. Actually, I'm not kidding. Mostly South Africans are like farmers. And we call them boere, okay? Now that means farmer, loosely translated to English. But most South Africans, because there are so many South Africans that have that sort of heritage. Literally, one of the big wars in South Africa is called the Boereoorlog, the Farmers' War. So yes, most South Africans do live like that, and most of them are boere. Personally, it's not my style. I don't hate somebody that is one of them, but it's not my style. You don't sound South African. What are you talking about? South Africa is small. Yeah, mate, the population of South Africa is fucking terrible. Horribly tiny. It's not safe to travel there. Honestly, it's things like this that irritate me a lot because people believe South Africa is this terrible place with, monkeys roaming around and things. Obviously, once again, there are places like that, but in America there are places like that. South Africa, it's very safe if you're not dumb. You can't walk around after 7 at night expecting everything's going to be fine. Maybe it is, but it's still very, very dangerous to walk around at night on the streets. But South Africa is a very safe place if you played wisely. Just don't be dumb, All South African men play rugby. Mostly this is true, which I used to play rugby as well, but that was like first, second grade. It's not my sort of thing. I don't disagree with it. I don't watch it a lot as well. I just watch like the World Cups of rugby. This is a photo of me whilst I was in the 5th grade. Yeah, big rugby man. Personally, I think that football, English football now, or as you guys like to call it, soccer, it's very underrated in South Africa, Not a lot of schools where I'm at have this sport. It's actually, I wish there was football over here because otherwise I would play it a lot. If you guys could see in my previous videos, I wear Man United clothes a lot because I love them. I support them. Like, for example, I'm going to just say something, most of you might not get it, but Mason Greenwood, the next Messi. Never gets cold in South Africa. This is maybe the wrongest thing I've ever heard. So it's in the middle of winter now in South Africa, and it's 20 past 8 in the night, and this is our weather now. It is cold as all hell, and in the mornings, it's mostly like, I'm talking about 7 o'clock when we need to go to school, around 7, 8-ish. It's literally like 0 degrees. When it comes to 11 o'clock, it's maybe like 5. It's seriously cold here. But don't get me wrong, it can get up to 35 degrees in the summer. It can get very hot here as well. Basically, I was thinking of making a few other South African videos because it's funny as hell to me. And we get a bad name because bloody PewDiePie, and I'm not dissing you, PewDiePie, I'm dissing our country because this was our president. One of the greatest men of all time, Nelson Mandela, sat in a prison for who knows how many years, barely 8, to stand up for our rights, became one of our best presidents, our first black president, big inspiration for everybody. Then came this man.
769, 700, listen properly, 769,820.
And I remember our kids in our school laughed so hard at PewDiePie when he made the South African video. Because he made a good point. He was like, this is South Africa. This is your actual president. You elected this man. Sadly, these things are true, man. It's difficult. It's difficult times here. But not all of South Africa is bad. It is a beautiful country. It is a nice country with very nice people. So yeah, our president now is Cyril Ramaphosa. And hopefully he could do math. Unlike somebody we know.
769, 700, listen properly, 769,820